On this week's episode 19 of Film, we will be talking about what we've been watching, our Ironheart review of the first 3 episodes, Elio review, mine personally, Pixar animated movies problem, Izzy's How to Train Your Dragon live action review, James Bond news, and finishing off with 28 Years Later review, both of our review.
Let's do it.
Welcome to Film, where we break down film in a way anyone can enjoy. Whether you're new to movies or a seasoned fan, you're in the right place. I still got to come up with something for you. But anyways, to my left, I got my boy, Izzy Aramia, a.k.a. ZDB. I almost messed up his name, ZDB. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing great. I'm chilling.
You're so awkward out.
I'm like tired and like, I don't really know how to explain it, but like, I feel like I just woke up and now there's lights in front of my face.
Oh yeah.
And camera, and like I'm being stalked.
Stalked? Why do you feel like you're stalked?
Oh, just because like I wasn't like, dude. I'm telling you, you texted me this morning. You're here, and I woke up from your text. I was like, oh shoot, like I have to go get up. and I read the text. It was like, that was from 5 minutes ago. And I was like, oh dude, he's probably sitting out there waiting. So then like I got up and then like I came down. And you heard it in my voice when I came out, when like I opened the door. I was like, hey Phil. I haven't said a word yet.
That was so funny, and you went,
hold up, let me just readjust. But I'm doing good. Let me just readjust. I'm doing good though. How are you, Phil?
Oh man, I'm doing pretty good, bro. I'm excited. I'm really excited to watch F1 this week.
Dude,
I'm really excited.
Honestly, the next few weeks is going to be very fun. If you guys don't know, in just about a month, me and Phil are heading to Comic-Con San Diego to see you guys, to see some of you, maybe. I don't know if you guys know us. If you guys like see us, feel free to say hi. But we have a lot of fun stuff planned, so we're really excited to go out, hang out, have a good time, watch Fantastic Four, and just get lit with you guys. It's gonna be fun, dude. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for that movie, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I'm so excited.
Phil, do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
You know
what we've been watching?
Yeah. What have you been watching?
What I've been watching is a whole lot of nothing. Haven't watched a single thing, actually. I think, like, when I say I didn't watch anything, I mean I literally didn't watch anything. Besides, like, some of the stuff we're going to talk about today, in terms of, like, the shows I should be, like, trying to watch, nothing. But did play a lot of video games.
Hey, what game?
Let me explain. This is what I like to call the summer fun time. You know what I'm saying? Steam does their big sale, which is today or tomorrow? It's tomorrow, which means I'm gonna be spending that money like crazy. You know, I got a lot of Visa money that I have that's free. You know, this is my perspective. Visa cards aren't real money. Girl math. You know, are you familiar with girl math?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
So what's up? Like,
girl math is essentially like, to me, it always just kind of came off across as a way of like cheating money. It's like, this money doesn't exist, or I can afford to spend an extra $10 because like girl math, you know, like that don't count. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not like cheating, just like that's what it means. So Visa money, since it doesn't work in every place, I always just take Visa cards as, this is fake money. This doesn't exist. I don't need to save this in any sort of way. I could just spend it.
Yeah.
So I have like $75 at Visa cards because it was my birthday last weekend, and I'm just gonna freaking go ham on the Steam store and just buy a bunch of stuff because games are gonna be cheap. But anyways, what I've been playing is 2 things. 1, finished Expedition 33. It's one of the greatest video games I've ever played. I can confidently say it's one of the greatest video games I've ever played. I can confidently say that 15 years from now, when me and my kids are digging through my PS5 collection and I bust out that game, I'm gonna start crying. I'm going to be like, guys, this is it. This is the game. A YouTuber I watch loved the game so much that he made an entire documentary on it. And the way that game... Huh?
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Really?
It was like an hour, 40 minutes. Shout out Skill Up. I love you. It's an insane video. Highly recommend watching it. But that's just a testament to like how great this game is. Like the fact that someone liked it so much, he didn't even review it. He just made a documentary about how it was made. And the game was so impressive from everything, like from the art, the acting. Oh my gosh, dude. Charlie Cox. Dude, can you do more? I saw a clip of him talking about the game, and he was like, yeah, did it in like 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, 4 hours. I mean, everyone's like saying congratulations, but I'm gonna be honest, I didn't do a whole lot. And I'm like, dude, you're so humble, bro, because genuinely your performance killed me. It was so good. Everyone, Jennifer English, Ben Starr, a couple other people. I'm forgetting their names, but you guys all freaking killed it. Like I'm very attached to that game. It was so good. The gameplay's great. The ending was really sad. Both of them. They're very sad, very complex. I wasn't expecting a game to be this deep. Genuinely. I don't think I've played deep games. There's a lot of games that have like layers. This game though, I was not expecting to have this many layers. Because from the jump, I was just like, "Oh, this is going to be a fun turn-based video game." And what it ended with like a neat world, neat story, because it seemed cool. The concept sounded cool. The way it opens up, and it's so basically it's just a big game. It's a comment on grief, and that the way they talk about grief is one of the most mature and best ways I've ever seen anyone tackle grief in my entire life. I was floored the entire time. So just, gosh, dude, it's so freaking good. That's a video game. That's a freaking video game. You guys are killing it. Sandfall, please, just keep it up. You guys are so talented. And then the other game I'm playing is Lies of P. If anyone knows what Lies of P is,
I've heard about that game.
It's a Souls-like, which is like Dark Souls, Elden Ring, those kinds of games.
Yeah.
But with Pinocchio.
I heard about that.
So you play as Pinocchio, and it's awesome. It's again, that's another one of the best games ever. Like it's so good. No company has ever come close to From Software, which is who made the Souls games like Dark Souls, Elden Ring. No one has ever come close to them.
Wow.
It always is just like nothing's as good as this. Lies of P is the only one that I can say is as good as that. It's insane. But the reason I've been playing it again is because the DLC just came out. So I was like, oh, I have to get it. Like I'm going to be on that. And the DLC is so good. I was actually playing it while watching Ironheart, which we'll talk about later. But I did a boss fight. I literally paused Ironheart. I was like, I'm just going to focus on this. And I did the boss. That's why I was up so late too, because I paused the episode.
Of course.
And then I was doing the boss fight, and the way I like geeked and like screamed, everything from like its presentation to its design to this game is just impresses me every single second. Every single new area, I'm like, wow, this game just gets it. It understands the assignment. It's incredible. If you guys need video games to play, hit me up, please. I'll send you a list. I have lists upon lists upon lists. I got you. It's just great. Other than that, I'm not really playing anything. I want to hopefully commit to Vinland Saga 2, Season 2, or Arcane. I'm kind of deciding right now, because Arcane kind of sounds... Even though I started Vinland Saga Season 2, so I should probably finish it. Arcane sounds more like... that'd be easier to get through right now. So I think I'm going to start it, but tonight's The Bear, so you know what I'm doing. Tonight we're watching The Bear. I'm so freaking excited. But yeah.
We'll get that review to you guys next week.
Yeah.
This week, it's going to be...
tight.
It's going to be tight. Like, we have this schedule here, and then next week we'll have that.
Dude, and screw you, Hulu. You're dropping all 10 episodes, but you're releasing them at 5 o'clock?
I was about to say.
Yeah, who do you think you are, bro? Make up your mind.
There's going to be hella spoilers. Like, I already know.
I know, dude, but...
I'm going to stay off of Twitter and everything.
For me, it's like, all right, if you're going to drop all 10 episodes, drop them at 12 a.m. So that we have the whole day. Why are you dropping them at 5 p.m.? Like... You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't be like, oh, we want to be like have it feel like actual TV, but then also drop all 10 episodes. Like, come on, dude. If you're dropping at 5 and you're dropping like 2 episodes, I can't complain. That's not, and that's just not even that long. But like, dude, come on, guys. Like, what are we doing? Just freaking grow up. But yeah, that was what I've been playing. So what have you been watching?
Hey, so last week I was on The Walking Dead. I said I got to season 2. Now I'm on season 3, episode 3.
Wow. It's
been really good, bro. Like, I understand fully now why, like, a lot of my friends and a lot of, like, people I talk to love this show. Like, the situations that they get into and the conversations they have, like, season 2 was really good. Like, I didn't know it was gonna, like get that deep and even, like, ask those type of questions, because season 1 was you getting to know these people, and then season 2, even though you felt like you don't know them like really that much yet, you still feel like they're tackling something important that's like, I mean, obviously it's life threatening because it's zombies, but it's so cool how they're processing a certain thing and then the result of that, because now I understand why they did a Telltale video game for it, because the decisions they make even in season 1 like to now, actually have like super big consequences. Like in season 1, you're thinking, okay, they're gonna do this, and it's not gonna be that drastic. Like I'm telling you, the smallest things, even the conversations they choose to have dire consequences to it. Like if it's definitely a pathways type thing. Like if you choose to talk to this person or do a certain thing, it has consequences to the end. Like it carries through, and I like that. And season 2 was a big example of that. Like it was always like, what do we do? Do we do this or that, left or right? Do we go here or there? And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so intense. And then the ending of season 2 leading into season 3, it's like, wow. And you could tell those decisions like affect them in season 3 and carry on. So now I'm like, what's going to happen in season 3? Because I kind of stopped. Because then, well, I haven't really been doing anything crazy. I've just been working a lot. But I stopped for a second because I want to enjoy it and not just breeze through it.
Yeah.
Like I want to stop for a second and just relax. I'm at the part where now they have where Andrea is at the governor's facility or something. The guy who's called the governor. So I'm there. I'm right over there. But I like the show so far. I really like it.
I want to give it a watch for sure.
I also watched this movie called Yes Man. It's a movie with Jim Carrey and the woman from...
it's a movie where you can't say no?
Yes. And it was actually pretty good.
Nice.
It was actually pretty good. I thought it was going to be super cheesy, but really fun, where it's like, okay, I can dig this, but in my book, that's a 7 out of 10.
Nice.
I thought that movie was really good. I thought Jim Carrey did a very good job. And I thought, like, I've seen a lot of Jim Carrey movies, but this one, I like how it had a serious tone to it, though. Like, seeing it, when you first see the poster and, like, watch it, you're thinking, like, oh, it's kind of like Liar, Liar, where he couldn't lie, and it was because his son made a wish. But this wasn't like that. It was like he was trying to do something for the better of himself. Like where he was like trying to adopt a doctrine and just be like, oh yeah, I'll just try new things. Because he's like in the dumps. He's pretty low. And then one of his friends comes over and he's like, no, just start saying yes to everything. Like, trust me, it'll change your life. And he's like, let me try it. And then like good things happen. And then boom. But it was a really good movie. Like the way it talked about certain things, like him just being lonely and sad and like trying to just do something different to make himself feel better. I thought that was really cool. Especially the relationship that developed from him saying yes, I thought was really cool. But I like that movie a lot.
Are you a big Jim Carrey guy?
Honestly, I'd say yeah. I haven't seen all of his movies, but I've seen a lot
but,
of
like, you enjoy them when, like, you watch them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Jim Carrey movies. I don't think there's been one bad Jim Carrey movie, in my opinion.
I watched a whole lot of Jim Carrey stuff. Like, obviously, Dumb and Dumber. Other than that, like, I can't think of a lot of other stuff I've seen from him.
No, I love his movies, man. I'm trying to think of...
Anything else? Yeah.
Well, because the Sonic movies, he kills it in there.
Yeah. Ace Ventura.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I love him as the Grinch.
Yeah.
One of my favorite characters he does.
Ace Ventura.
Anchorman. When he was in Anchorman 2, that was funny. He's just... Anytime he's in a movie, I love it.
His personality is just so strong, I feel like. Like, it just...
way,
hits, you know?
way stronger than you think. Like,
yeah.
Did you know that a lot of the movies he does, he always like has moments where he either forgets his lines or improvs, and they put it in the movie anyways? But it's a lot of it. It's a lot.
I think Sonic 3, like a lot of his lines were improv. Like it's kind of just him messing around, and I think that's so funny because he's so funny. Like he should be allowed to do that, you know?
But that's just an incredible talent. To be able to, like, if you were to mess up and have the camera still be able to roll and just be like, oh yeah, I forgot this line, but in my head, like in his head, he's probably thinking, I got this though. And then like he'll like trip or fall and he'll make it look funny to match what's going on. Like he can match any situation he's in.
I think like the thing with improv is it's like, if you mess up a line, it's like, okay, you might as well just try out this thing, like your idea. And if it doesn't work, they're going to cut. But, like, why not? And it usually, for him, it just hits. Or I think about, like, The Office. Like, or even, like, Parks and Rec. Like, when you film those shows, especially The Office, a lot of it's improv.
Oh, yeah.
Like, a lot of it is, like, Steve Carell just, like, saying something stupid. Because he's funny. Because he earned that. He can do it. Improv is an insane talent. Like, I wish I could work off the fly like that, but I can't.
I really like The Mask. I think that's my favorite Jim Carrey movie. Him as... Well, just being the mask.
Him being the mask, yeah.
It was just cool. And, like, I think I learned, like, one of the improv scenes in that movie was when he was trying to get I think it was the dog. No, it was a scene where the dog like wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. He was supposed to let go of the mask at a certain point, and the dog didn't let go of it. So then Jim Carrey and him were having a tug of war match, and it was totally unscripted.
Oh, really?
It was totally unscripted. And I didn't even know that. Like, I was thinking that was a scene they like they told the dog, bite down on the hard, and then you and Jim Carrey just going. But like, that was literally Jim Carrey trying to get the mask out of his hands.
That's so funny.
And it just fit the scene so well. I was like, that's insane.
Dude, good for
his
him.
facial expressions and everything. I was like, I would have never thought that was unscripted.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I love Jim Carrey. Man.
That is awesome, yeah.
All right.
Anything else?
Have
No, I don't. Well, I don't have anything else. I didn't watch anything. Yeah, I didn't watch anything. You?
No problem.
Yep.
That's it.
All right.
That is it.
Let's move on to our first review.
Ironheart.
All right, Phil. Today we're going to be talking about the first 3 episodes of Ironheart. Coming out Wednesdays at 12. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, Wednesdays at 12. First 3 episodes dropped yesterday, or today. The next 3 episodes come out next Wednesday. Phil, let's do our top-level thoughts, spoiler-free, of course.
Got you.
Let's try to avoid any specifics, anything. Just say how you felt.
Well, I mean, you saw it.
Yeah, no. But for the sake
playing.
of the people at home that don't want spoilers, you know? Because maybe they haven't watched it. Remember, this is coming out on Thursday. The amount of people that probably haven't. So, like, just spoiler-free, and then we'll go into spoilers after. Phil, spoiler-free review. Give me what you thought about the first 3 episodes.
I thought they were some pretty good episodes. I'm not going to lie. Like, that first episode was a little rocky to me.
Yeah.
For a sec. Like, I thought, like, it was good at the start to me. Like, I liked her narration, and I also liked how she was explaining certain things. But I loved, like, how she took off in that suit and then just, like, went back home. And then it gave us the lay in the environment. Pretty much. What happened?
Don't say anything about the episode. Nothing. Top level thoughts.
I'm just
Top
saying
level
that
thoughts.
part.
I
That's
know.
it.
I know it's first, but like, well, keep going. Don't say anything.
Gotcha.
Top level thoughts.
But yeah, I just love how it gave us that feel of Chicago, and it gave us like the feel of like where she is and who she is and like the people around her. But I thought that was a cool introductory, but I still was kind of off of it just a little bit.
Yeah,
like I was a little bit off. But then episodes 2 and 3 saved it for me. Like it felt like it was like here for the first episode. Then the second episode started for me, and then it go here. And the third episode, and then went here because my curiosity kept on going up and up and up. But yeah, I actually really liked it.
Nice.
Episode 1, shaky. 2 and 3, liked it.
Okay. I feel the exact same. Actually, I literally was just telling Anthony right now because Anthony started watching it. First episode, rough. I didn't like it very much. I like her. I like Riri a lot. I think who's playing her? What's the actress's name? Do you know? Of course, I don't have IMDb out when I finally have a question.
My bad. I was trying to find my notes because for some reason it's not popping
Went away.
up.
It's is it Dominique Thorne?
Yep.
Dominique Thorne. Yeah, she's very great. She's awesome. I really like her as Riri. She's killing it. I thought a lot of the intro stuff with the gang was kind of where it, like, I saw the show's like colors. I was like, yeah, I don't love this. I don't appreciate I have a pet peeve, and this might be a bar, so just be ready. I don't like when TV show, or specifically MCU. I feel like Marvel's been doing it a lot lately, where they compensate for lack of depth in characters by having crazy personalities, by having very like strong personalities. Because you don't need depth if a character just has a really strong personality, because they're only there to act out their one role in the show or to entertain, right?
Yeah.
It's like in Moana 2, you have like the engineer and you have your artist and you have the guy that's growing. All their personalities were very strong, but they don't have any sort of depth. They're just like themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this show kind of has that when they introduce the gang. I'm like, I'm not going to liken these people. I'm not going to remember any of these people's name. Sorry.
No, it's cool.
I'm not going to remember anyone's name by the end of the show. But I will say, Intro to the Hood was fantastic. And that's when I was like, okay, now I'm interested. But Yeah, first episode, super rocky. I didn't really mess with it. I felt like it was just going to be another one of those like generic, cringy MCU shows that we've been getting. Mm-hmm. But episode 2 and 3, when the show finally starts going and you like have the plot and like you understand like what the objective is, I was like, yeah, man, like this is fantastic. Specifically, the ending of episode 3 was really good.
Oh yeah,
yeah, like that was 1,000%. Very strong, and we'll talk about it in a second. But that was really, really, really strong and different. And I wasn't expecting it to go there. So I'm excited for the next 3 episodes more than I was when I started watching episode 1. When I was watching episode 1, I was like, dude, I'm so happy this is coming out because now this is the last MCU thing where they were just like producing whatever and like trying to get all this stuff out.
Does Rise of Wakanda come out before everything? Or before
That's the animated
Doomsday?
Thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Okay.
But I mean, more specifically, when they were announcing all the shows, like they were doing Agatha, WandaVision, Loki, they were like, "Oh, I thought I was gonna cough," but it was just I've been having like since the season's changing, I get like my asthma, so like I've just never mind, it doesn't matter. Anyways,
No, you good.
So yeah, I just felt like I started on episode 1 and I was like, dude, I'm so happy this is out, so we can finally be done with all this crap, all this like random MCU show nonsense that we don't need. And then I watched episode 3 and I was like, you know what? I'm pretty excited for next week to see where this goes.
Oh yeah.
And I have theories, which we'll get into. So yeah, that was mine. I won't give a number score yet. We'll wait.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. Do you want to?
Nah, we'll wait until it's finished.
Okay.
But
let's get into spoilers.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need to get into spoilers. We
okay.
need to.
Spoilers starting now. Phil, can I just say it immediately? Off rip.
Yeah.
Obadiah Stane being in a Ziploc baggie was the funniest thing on planet Earth.
Bro.
I liked that, by the way. I thought that was really cool. That was a cool like little reveal.
Ezekiel Stane?
Yeah.
Ezekiel Stane.
I don't know much about him, by the way.
I don't know anything about him. I'm in uncharted territory. I don't know too much about the comics.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't
at this
look
point,
it up,
bro.
but I kind of want to look it up. No,
like, if you guys don't know, in episode 3, I believe, that was episode 3, he was revealed. The person who, the guy who's named Joe in the show, who is played by Alden Ehrenreich, I believe. His actual name is Ezekiel Stane, Obadiah Stane's son. When that was revealed, like when he said, I'm a Stane, I went, wait. And then right when he said, wait, like Obadiah Stane? I literally, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. How deep is this going to get? Because I already have one theory going on. Like I was already thinking of something else. And then that coming in, I was like, okay, I really like this show now. Mm-hmm. Because I think that does, the one thing I do like about episode 1 was that it had a lot of like talks about the Stark Industries and all that, telling us like how
the
much
big
people,
businesses of the world work.
Yeah, and how like people are like, I guess, who aren't up there in social status see Tony Stark and everybody, and how like I like how the criminals were explaining that. They were like, oh, we're trying to do our own thing because we're trying to like build our own brand or something. Mm-hmm. But like having that come in too, and seeing how like Obadiah Stane's kid is trying to survive in this MCU world, I like that a lot. Mm-hmm. I love that a lot. And the fact that he's trying to hide. But then also I like the little story of how like he is trying to like be chill but also like not be too much of a pushover. And then like Sting and Riri's like, no, you gotta stand up for yourself. And so he starts doing that.
Cutting the girl's plants. That was so funny.
So funny, bro. I thought he was gonna knock on her door and just cuss her out or something. But like doing that, I was like, okay. But do you feel like that could lead to him like maybe turning a little bit more evil?
I don't know if his character is gonna end up being evil. I could see it. I think I get that vibe. I would love for it to. I kind of just like their relationship though. Mm-hmm. Ezekiel and Riri. I would love for that kind of just to end up becoming like a team up thing as opposed to like a villain thing. Yeah. But I think there's potential to like have a strong villain with him if they build it out properly. But my thing is, the show isn't going to get a second season. It's not going to get. So like. You
never know.
It's not. Like it's just not. Like none of the other shows have.
You never know.
I just like look. If Moon Knight didn't get one, why would this one get one?
I don't know what's up with that whole Moon Knight.
But that's what I'm saying. So like I'm like I will bet thousands of dollars. I will post a picture of my butt everywhere if the show gets a second season because it's just not gonna happen.
Watch us post this.
And then like it drops. Yeah,
it's been renewed for a second season.
So I don't know. I hope I could see it go both ways, and I'd be cool with it. For me, when I started the episode, I was scared. I had this thought. I was like, the problem with Ironheart in the MCU as opposed to a comic book is Iron Man is bigger in the MCU than he was in the comics. That's Iron Man has a legacy in the MCU, like a very he is the MCU, where Iron Man is just like a very popular character in Marvel Comics, right? So you can do an Ironheart and it can work in a comic book sense because Iron Man doesn't have this strong legacy. MCU, Iron Man, like Riri has big shoes to fill. Like I liked that they like immediately off the jump tried to make her feel different. But I hope they try and change it up later with her suit. Yeah. I don't know too much about Riri, so I don't know where like her character goes, how her suit changes. I know something in the show that's gonna happen later, which I won't say for people that don't watch trailers. But there's gonna be something cool that I'm curious to see how they do it, and if they commit to it, I'm in. But if they don't, I worry that she's just gonna become girl Iron Man. Obviously with a different personality, but I don't want that. Like, I want something different. And I think...
Like a Miles Morales type path?
Yeah, I think that'd be interesting. I think Look, she feels different enough, which I think it could work, but she'll always get compared to Iron Man. So I would love to see her, like, branch off in some sort of way. That still feels like her character, but that isn't Iron Man, you know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I feel like mainly her character is probably going to be different because she's going to be way more like around like people probably. She's not going to be like a CEO business corp type person like Tony Stark was. She's going to be more like the people. She's going to be a standard like around the like public type of person instead of like this high class like huge like security like person like Tony Stark was. Because that was kind of different. Tony Stark was like the CEO, like like billionaire philanthropist.
Philanthropist.
I don't know.
Philanthropist. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, and then her, it's kind of like she's trying to start up, but I feel like she's gonna learn like she doesn't need to be CEO to do what she wants. She just needs to do what she's doing.
Yeah, I guess like I do like that like. We're watching someone on the come up as opposed to Iron Man who already had it. Yeah. You know? Like, obviously he had to make it still, but, like, he had all the money. He had all the resources. And now we're seeing someone gain the resources so she can do what she wants. I think that's really cool. But, like, they're both, like, against the rules and they don't care what anyone else thinks. They're all about doing whatever they want to get to the top. You know? I think their characters are very similar.
Oh, yeah.
And I just worry that she'll always get compared to Iron Man, which sucks. And that sucks for the actress, I feel like, Dominique Thorne. Because to be compared to a Robert Downey Jr., I think is unfair. Like, she doesn't deserve that. She's not trying to be the next head of the MCU. But I do worry that the show will suffer because of Iron Man's legacy. And, like, I hope that's not the case.
I mean, it just depends what people are looking for in this show. Because to me, I'm just looking to know who Riri Williams is. That's it. Like, I just want to know who she is and what makes her a great hero. Compared to with Tony Stark, where it was like, I just want to see where it leads. Yeah. Like, where this leads in the grand scheme of the MCU. With this, it's more chill, in my opinion. But that's what I'm looking for. What are you guys looking for? Like, what are you guys looking for in the show? But I wanted to bring up some other stuff.
Yeah, I have other stuff too. We're not done.
With episode 1.
Yeah, okay.
The title card, Ironheart, that was so cool. The asphalt, like, Ironheart thing on the ground, that was unbelievably cool. Like, I was expecting, like that was the longest opening to an episode I've seen, I guess, to show the title card. But she's flying through, she crashes down, and you're thinking, okay, it'll show us, like, her laying there, like, feeling defeated. Shows the title Ironheart on the asphalt, and I was like, I like that. That's a good touch. Yeah, I love that. That was cool. And what did you think about the title card?
It's cool. If I'm being honest, I didn't notice it.
Oh, you didn't?
Well, I wasn't like. I was playing my game.
Oh, okay.
I was like, nothing's happening, so I'm just this. Gotcha. So you said that, and I was like, did I miss that? Did I like? What happened?
Yeah.
No, I just didn't see it. It was so fast.
Right when she crashes, when she gets back to Chicago, it shows.
I like what they're doing. They didn't do that in the other 2 episodes though, right?
Oh yeah, they did. They had creative, not like as creative as that. They had in episode 3 it was the money, and in episode 2 it was like a street.
Dude, I watched episode 3 the whole time and I didn't notice it. Like I actually was watching it. No,
the money they had because at the beginning they were shooting up money.
Oh
like,
yeah, when it's all coming down.
Right when it lands, it says Ironheart, and I was like, okay.
Really shows. Maybe I can't have an opinion. Everyone's gonna be like, "You just can't have an opinion. He didn't notice the title card."
Hey, nah. If you guys kill him for that, chill out. He learned that now from me, so it's cool. He'll pay attention for the rest of the episodes.
I'll look out for that better.
But yeah, like I like those title cards. So please keep it up. Like I hope that keeps going because I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Eric Andre being in this.
Oh, funny.
I didn't expect that.
I wasn't expecting either.
I was like, what the heck are you doing here? And then what else?
What do you think about the crew?
I want to talk about that.
Okay.
Because that was one of my dislikes.
I don't like that.
Not the whole crew. I'm whatever about them, kind of. I'm more focused on Parker and then
Paul.
Parker and
His name is Paul, right?
Was it Paul?
The guy?
I guess so. Was that his friend? The guy?
Yeah, his friend.
Yeah. I didn't like the way the test scene went down.
Was his name Paul? The test scene?
The test scene. Like when they were testing her.
Oh, yeah.
So, guys, before I say this, I'm black.
Really?
I
made that joke before. You said that before. Really?
Like, especially a woman who lives in Chicago, walks into a building and sees inside this restaurant type of diner thing or whatever, that there is nobody in there, especially the kitchen, there's nobody back there. Why would I go into an elevator and then see a mysterious like cloth on the ground?
John, his name's John, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, his name's John?
Yeah, sorry.
See a mysterious like clothed like object on the ground and just think, okay, I'm just gonna keep going down this elevator and be fine. Next thing you know, it shorts out and it's like a horror movie.
Yeah,
it was like a stupid horror movie.
Yeah, I literally saw it. Yeah.
I was just like, now I understand like with this, like she probably got some directions. Like I know there's gonna be some fans going like, oh, they probably told her to do that. But if I am meeting these people for the first time, I'm living in Chicago. We already know it's kind of bad, especially in their area. Why am I going into an empty restaurant and then going into this old rackety elevator to where? Like I could get jumped. I could get like they could steal my money. It could be fake. Like it could be a scheme. Like I just didn't like how that whole scene played out. It was like, oh, like there's nobody here. Oh, there's nobody in the back. Oh, there's an empty elevator. Let me go down it and then let me just ignore this cloth like weird object on the ground in the corner. Like
I think for me, it's like suspension of disbelief where I'm just gonna like ignore it because like she's desperate for money. So she's gonna do anything she can to get it. So like obviously she's just gonna take this dude's word for it and go.
I just don't.
That's fair. I don't think that works for everyone.
There should have been way more like imagine if she stopped and she was like nope, and then on the intercom it said no, keep walking forward. I would have been like okay then yeah. Mm-hmm. Like
really, you think if someone told you to keep walking forward, then you wouldn't assume that they're trying to kill you?
In the way that episode went.
Because she was just following directions. Like, she was told to go in the elevator and then go to the 3rd floor.
Who told her to go in
the guy, elevator? When she's paying him, when he, like, comes in, he's like, hey, meet us here and go on the 3rd floor. Do this thing.
I forgot he said the words, go in the elevator. I just think it was weirder that there was nobody in there.
Yeah.
Like, that was red flags to me. I was like, come on, man. Me and a whole bunch of, like, if you, I'm not going to say that. But other friends of mine who are black as well would have been like, nah, I'm out.
Yeah.
That was sus to me. I'm sorry.
I really like. So I'm also going to correct me if I'm wrong here. In the comic books, Riri's AI is Tony Stark. I'm like fairly confident on that. I'll fact check it in a second.
Doesn't that lead into Secret Wars or something?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that's the case. Someone correct me. I'll Google it right here too. I like what they do with her AI in this.
Oh yeah.
I like that it's her friend. That's really sick. A little, like, when you think about it, kind of messed up, but I really like that touch because I think these two people have Lyric Ross and Dominic Thorne very strong chemistry. They work off each other very well. So I like that we're not just going to get their relationship in flashbacks. We get to kind of actually see their relationship and then get small reveals as the show goes. I like that. I thought that was a really cool touch, and I wasn't expecting the show to go there. So, yeah. That was the end of episode 1, right?
Yeah. Episode 2, or did you have anything else?
I just want to talk about the hood really fast because I don't really have like a lot of specific things to talk about in each episode. Just kind of general like stuff. The hood, I like what they're doing with the dark. He's obviously doing dark magic.
Oh yeah,
100%. That's why the lines. I have a theory.
Oh, I think I know what your theory is.
I have a theory. Okay,
and I think it's correct.
Okay, I did see the conversation. People theorizing that he's working with Dormammu. That's not my theory right now. That's not what I'm saying. But I do think that's probably what's happening. And that plays into my theory.
Maybe.
Okay, that plays into my theory. Here's my theory. Do you remember, I think it's in the 3rd episode, when he's doing like the yoga stuff. He's like doing the meditation stuff, like his like little rituals. I think Mr. Anthony Ramos Parker, the Hood, if you will, the Hood, I think he was a sorcerer. I'm fairly confident he was a sorcerer.
Oh.
But, you know who came and took his sorceries? Do you remember the guy at the end of Doctor Strange? What's his name? I should have had this name up. I should have had this up.
Oh my gosh. So, I didn't even think about that.
Okay. I need someone to correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm gonna tell you his name from the movie. I'm gonna tell you his name from the movie. Mordo.
Yes. Mordo.
So we haven't seen him since.
Yeah.
Since. And if you don't remember, the 2 things that they said to understand Ironheart was watch Doctor Strange and watch Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Okay? So I think this is how it works, where you can still, if you get your magic abilities taken away from you, you can still adopt the dark magic.
Yeah.
That would be my guess of what's happening. Because if he was a sorcerer and he had some problem, and he went into sorceries and was doing great, and then Mordo shows up, takes his sorceries, he then turns to dark magic. And you know what it is? It's the Hood. The Hood is infused with dark magic. So he can hypothetically use it, and it just kind of corrupt him.
Yeah.
So that's my theory. I'm fairly confident that he has some beef with Mordo, and that's where his vendetta is. Because he took his magic from him. Am I cooking or what?
You might be.
Am I reaching?
No. That is valid. Like, because now I'm thinking different things, but that wasn't the thing I was thinking about. All right, y'all gonna hate me, but I low key think it's Mephisto.
Oh, you think we're actually doing it? You think we're finally doing it?
I think it's Mephisto only because the way everything's going, it has a demonic feel to it.
With the friend at the end, right? Yes, I thought that too.
And
You're right.
He kept on saying, "I didn't want this." Like, well, what do you want from me? What is the plan? And I'm like, yo, he's talking to somebody, and this person clearly has control over him.
Yeah.
And it just feels like it's the devil of the MCU, Mephisto. It feels like it. Like it seems like that, because I agree with that makes me think maybe it is Mordo.
And he turned to like someone who was gonna. Yes,
that's what I'm thinking though. Yeah. I'm thinking it's Mephisto, because like who else would he be talking to like that? Because if it was Mordo, why would he be talking to Mordo like that? Like, what do you want from me?
Yeah, it's for sure not that. 100%. He's not talking to Mordo. I don't think he's talking to Mordo.
Mordo did take his.
That's what I think.
And then he took the dark magic, which was from Mephisto.
Yes.
But maybe he doesn't know it's Mephisto. Maybe he thinks it's a different person. Or maybe he doesn't. It is Mephisto, but he doesn't know that he goes by the name Mephisto. That's what I'm thinking.
I agree with you. I wholeheartedly agree with you. I think we have that. Cool. Let's go. Yeah. So, I think we're cooking here. I think we have it actually. We figured it out. 3 episodes, bro. That's all we needed.
I hope that's what's going on, bro. Because if Mephisto's revealed that way, after all this like speculation where he was supposed to be in Agatha all along, where he was supposed to be in,
and he was talked about in Agatha. They bring him up a couple times.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because they worked with him.
Oh, my bad, WandaVision. That was the first one that people were speculating on.
And they talk about him in Agatha, though. And people thought it was also going to be Agatha. They never show him, though. Yeah, dude.
I think this would be cool.
I think so, too. That would be awesome. I just finally want Mordo to come back, because that was such a sick reveal. And then Multiverse of Madness did nothing with it.
They really didn't.
Yeah, so I would love that, and I think that'd be a really sick turn and a really cool reveal, and finally we get a resolution to that post-credit scene. We get to see it. I still want Doctor Strange to have a showdown with him, but maybe in 3 that'll finally happen.
That would be really cool if he did.
But yeah. Final thing I want to say about that episode, just about the first 3. I liked how she killed a friend at the end.
Oh.
I liked it.
Oh man.
That was very different and very ballsy. And
Yeah.
to me, dude, like she opened it. Natalie, she opened the door, I got him free, whatever, and I was very confident. I'd be like, come on, come with us, you'll be safe. And then she'd be like, you know what, Riri? I was wrong about you. You're actually very awesome, and I'm happy you're part of our team. Heck no, dude. They locked the door on him, bro, and then he died. I was like, holy crap.
I low-key thought it was an accident. Like, low-key for a second. Because
Dude, yeah, it kind of seemed like it, but then, like, I was like, if it was, like, they could have very easily went back.
thinking about it, yeah, because then I was thinking, what if it was just that she was so focused on getting out of the carbon dioxide, or like the room losing oxygen, that she literally wasn't even thinking about him and just like was like, get me out of here, and then just like took off. That's what I was thinking for a second. That's why I was thinking maybe it's an accident. But then low key, I was like, you could have, in that second, even if your brain was kind of like low on oxygen, you could have still been like, I got you.
Yeah.
So maybe not an accident, maybe an accident. I don't know.
I think a mix. I think it was like she didn't mean for it to happen that way, but also like she didn't go back to save him. She did leave him.
That is true.
So I like the scene at the end of the episode with her reaction and her like, you know, I do really like her having panic attacks, as like weird as that might sound, but it just shows that she's a very fragile character that's like gone through a whole lot. And those panic attacks can very much affect her in like dire situations. I think it adds more depth to her for sure. Yeah. That, like, it shows that like she isn't just like this like, yeah, she can handle anything. She can do whatever she wants, because she comes off as that, that she can handle herself. But then when things get serious and things happen, she freezes and she freaks out. I like that. Like, that's very good. I think that's very well done.
Yeah.
And then the Hood finding out and the darkness taking over him on this bag.
Oh man.
I geeked for a second.
It's Mephisto, man. It's Mephisto.
Can I be honest? I had the most like brain dead MCU thing ever, where when it's like the Shadow and it's Ironheart's suit. I don't know why, dude. I was like, Ultron? Is that Ultron? And I was like, no, wait, I'm stupid, bro. Like, it's obviously Ironheart. I was like, what am I doing? And like, it took me a second. I came back. I was like, wait, I'm wrong show. I'm thinking of the wrong thing. I don't know why. It just kind of looked like his Shadow. But obviously, it wasn't. I know 100% it wasn't. I just like, it kind of looked like him.
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that, I saw horns at first.
So
I was thinking it was the devil, and I was thinking like, oh, it's got to be Mephisto. But then it grew, and I saw the like things here, and I was like, oh, it's Riri.
He knows. He knows.
Yeah. Now I'm like, oh shoot.
They're gonna beef, bro.
Oh, they're gonna fight. They're definitely gonna fight.
I like that though.
Oh,
Again, I wasn't expecting it. I thought it was gonna be like they'd work together till episode 5, and it's like, no, the Hood's evil. But no, I like that. Like, again, this show is different. Like, it kind of feels like Agatha, where it's very unapologetically what it is. Like, it's not trying to be generic. It's not trying to be like, even though I think the first episode, it makes it seem like it's generic, but it's not trying to be generic. It's not trying to be like super wacky and fun. It's like, it's serious. It has stakes, and there's weight here. And it's also not compromising its vision. It's like, this is what the show is, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. But if you like it, like, just be on this ride with us. And I really respect that. And again, I'm a lot more excited for the next 3 episodes than I was for these first 3.
Oh, yeah.
Because I genuinely thought the show was just going to be whatever. But I don't think it's the greatest. I don't think it's like the peak. But it's not done yet.
I like it.
Yeah, exactly. I like it. I'm not opposed. I hate that they're doing 3 episodes at once. Again, it's frustrating me that they do 3 episodes at once.
Yeah.
But
I would.
Like, cool. I'm ready. I'm excited for the next 3 episodes. I'm really curious to see where this is going to go. And I guess, like, it coming out and being done, I can sort of just, like, take it as it is. I don't have to watch it week by week and, like, think, I'm not liking this, I'm not like that. When you watch 3 episodes in a row as opposed to one a week, I think I'd be a lot lower on it if episode 1 and 2, were weekly. Like, I would have been like, oh, dude, like, really? Like, I have to commit to this? The following week, episode 2, I'd have been like, okay, yeah, like, this is fine. Episode 3, I think I would have been higher on still, but I think it wouldn't have hit as hard as if I just watched it all 3 at once.
Yeah.
Because they kind of all work together. But yeah.
I also
That's
like the
it.
references that they have a couple of times in it.
Like what?
Like, I like the reference that she said when she said, "Go home, Roger," to Homeboy. That's from a black show called Sister Sister.
Oh, yeah, they
So-
do make a lot of movie references. Yeah.
So right when that happened, I was like, okay, yeah, like the black vibe to it. I like that. And then she said, this is just like Spy Kids.
Yeah,
And
this is
then-
Spy Kids.
What was another thing she
They
said?
talk about, is this Sopranos or Ocean's 11?
Yes.
Yeah, that one I got.
Bro, there's been so many references in this show, and I love it.
And
What
they're
was the other
like,
one they had?
and they're in there. The Spy Kids one, a little heavy-handed.
I kind of like that.
I didn't like it.
I kind of like
But everything else, the one you brought, I had no idea about. I like that they kind of just like they flow. It's not like this is like that one movie. What's it called? And then they say it, and it's just like, like I like that it's very much just like this is who they are.
Yeah.
Like, it's just their culture.
I also really like Natalie.
Yeah, I do too.
Like, I really like Natalie. That acronym she had, the Neuro Autonomous Technical Assistant and Laboratory Intelligence Entity, I was like, wait, that spells Natalie. Like, for a second, I was so tired, so forgive me, guys, but I was like, what the hell is she saying?
Natalie. Wait, that's Natalie. It's Natalie.
That was me, though. I was like, why is she saying all these words? And then when I, like, played it back, I was like,
she yapping?
oh, it stands for Natalie. All right.
Yeah.
That's cool. But I like her. She's funny.
She's cool.
I like how she's protecting her at the same time.
Yeah.
She's like, come on, man. Hood ain't good.
Dude, again, like, I think Dominic Thorne and Lyric Ross's chemistry is so good. Like, I'm happy that that's who our AI is and it's not Tony Stark. Because it wouldn't have worked. I know they weren't going to have Robert Downey Jr. be this AI for this Ironheart show.
It would have been interesting if it was.
It would have been
Robert
cool,
Downey Jr.,
but he's not going to. He's going to be like, can I have $400 million, please? Like, that's just not going to happen.
Imagine if it was thinking, like, one episode, like, Tony Stark's just built in, and it's Natalie and Tony Stark going back and forth with each other.
I would like that. That'd be cool.
Fun.
If it happens once, that'd be cool. I'd like respect that.
It'd be cool if that was
But yeah.
an episode.
Do you have anything else?
Nah, I'm all good.
No, that was Ironheart. We'll be back next week. I'm ready. We'll talk about next week. It's going to be another late night session, though, where I'm up till 2 in the morning trying to finish the show.
Because you're playing video games.
No, I got off work.
I'm playing, but we'll be reviewing episodes 4 through 6 next week.
Disney Plus, just like you've done it before, release your episodes at 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. Like, it just makes. I was just complaining about the bear not doing that, but no, just look. It's 3 episodes, and it'd be easier for me because I work. You know, Disney. Some of us have jobs. You know, I know a lot of you guys over there don't do a whole lot, but some of us work for a living. So please release your episodes earlier. Thank you. Let's move on to Elio.
All right.
Phil.
Do we want to take a break until then? We good?
No, we have 11 minutes.
Got you.
Really fast. Here's my story about Elio.
All right.
I was supposed to watch it on Friday. I fell asleep. I was like, all right, Anthony, we're going to go at 7:30. And then I laid in bed, woke up at 8:30, and was like, dang it. I was like, Anthony, why don't you tell me? He was like, I didn't really feel like going. And I was like, oh, it's fine. So I'm going to try and go. I do want to just watch it, and I'll probably do a quick review on here. I'm always late to everything, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay.
My weekends have been so packed lately, so it's so hard for me to get time to go to the movies. But anyways, Phil, take it away.
It was decent.
No!
We're gonna have different the no and then the awkward like stop at the end. Once again, guys, take my review for grain of salt. This movie is for kids.
Yeah.
It is for kids.
Yeah.
So why are you saying that to me like that? You got a problem? What's up?
Because on Letterboxd, it's at a 3.5 out of 5 stars, which is really good.
Okay.
So it sounds like you're just a hater. No, I'm just
not
kidding.
hating
I'm going to
on
let
it.
you
I
rock.
swear.
I'm messing with you.
No, it's cool.
Go, please.
I personally, because remember, this is a kid's movie, I personally gave it a 6 out of 10.
No!
I personally gave it a 6 out of 10. Now, it was pretty interesting, and I like what they were trying to show with what Elio and everybody around him was pretty much dealing with what he's dealing with, like how to help him through what he's dealing with. But I think that compared to other Pixar movies, it wasn't as strong. Now, that shouldn't be a big knock on it because Pixar, amazing. They do an amazing job of telling you a story, like giving you pretty colors and everything in a trailer. And then once you watch the movie, boom! Wait, you thought this was going to be just a random kids movie? Depression! Sacrifice! Like, there'll be so many, like, It'll hit you with the most emotional. I know we shouldn't be laughing. I'm so sorry, but it'll hit you with the most like out of pocket, like
I'm not sorry.
real life like issue
not sorry.
going on in one of these characters, or even just like a different they get real out of the blue. They get real out of nowhere. And this movie from the jump gets real, like from the jump, which is what I like about it. Like from the jump, I was instantly like, oh my gosh, I feel bad for Elio. What's going on? What's going to happen? But then I think where it lost me was when he gets to that world. I forgot what it's called, but he gets to that alien world, and it shows you all these different aliens, but they're kind of not like, they're not as strong in my opinion character-wise. Like they are just side characters that are there. Like his aunt was really good. His aunt was super good. Along with Glorden. I love Glorden. Right when Glorden comes on the scene, everybody in the theater was laughing their butts off. Like Glorden, I don't know what type of alien was. He was like this slug little caterpillar type of like alien. And I didn't even know Zoe Saldana was voicing his aunt. I didn't know Zoe Saldana. She did a very good job as his aunt. But I just thought that, you know, you have these three characters, Elio, his aunt, and Glorden. And then after that, you kind of have these other characters who were kind of just there. And it kind of annoyed me. Because it was like, you in Toy Story, for example, you have all these different, like, you could definitely name more than three characters who are interesting besides Buzz, Woody, and Jesse. You can name, like, Mr. Potato Head. You can name the Slinky Dog. You can name all these other characters who are
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
That's unfair.
Yeah.
Because Toy Story...
That's what I'm talking about.
No, not like Toy Story is Toy Story. I mean, like, they're all named after toys. Like, of course, you know, Mr. Potato Head. He's Mr. Potato Head.
I mean, yeah, but Mr. Potato Head had personality with him.
I just like,
I get
like,
you.
you get what I'm saying? Like,
I
it's
get
like,
you.
Like, you know the kids, like, the army men, the army figures.
Yeah,
like,
those two, they're
that's what I'm saying. Like, you
but
could,
like, yeah, I get you. But even I wanna name like a current movie that came out with Pixar that came out currently. Like,
Inside Out.
Inside Out 2.
Yeah.
Like, those characters that just were introduced. Like, there were so many characters in that movie that were super interesting.
Bing Bong.
No, Inside Out 2.
No, but I mean Inside. I know just Inside Out.
Oh,
Bing
okay,
Bong.
that's
Bing
what
Bong.
my bad. But like with Elio, like you have those three characters, and then you have the other aliens there. Like literally, they were forgettable. They were because they were just there, and that's the thing that I felt was missing in this movie. Like I felt like it was missing more personality from them, like more funny moments from them. Like there were some funny moments. Like don't get me wrong, there were, but that was the missing part of it because it told a strong story. Like without a doubt, it gave us the emotion that Elio and everybody was dealing with, like, that was good for the story. But I feel like it was just missing those side characters to go along with it. Like, the numerous side characters. Now, if you don't care about that, then you guys are probably going to like the movie. Like, you guys are going to love Elio, you're going to love Glorden, and you're going to love his aunt. But after that, it's kind of like, it just depends on your opinion on side characters.
Yeah.
But the movie looked good. The animation was really good.
It looked nice. I'm excited to watch it still. I'm not going to lie. I'm still very much want to watch it.
Yeah, the animation looked really good, and even some of the music was really good for that movie. Like, soundtrack-wise, I probably wouldn't listen to it on my own, but for the movie, it was good.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I wasn't too big on it.
Nice. What was your number?
Once again,
you said 6, right?
It's a kid's movie. I said 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. No! All right.
That's going to be a new inside joke?
Yeah.
I got you.
Every time you give a low score, I'm just going to yell. All right. We're gonna talk more about Elio, but I want to do our annual cut because we're gonna pivot the conversation a little bit. So be right back. Annual cut. And we're back. Annual cut. Sorry. All right, Phil. I want to pivot the conversation a little bit.
Got you.
Elio came out. You're saying it's fine, but there's a Pixar animated movie problem we're having lately. I think it's two things. One, a lot of people clamoring for original stuff, and they're not going to watch it.
Yep.
The other part, Disney are not really marketing them. I think Disney has very much, as of late, been disrespecting Pixar, especially if they feel that a movie isn't worth. They don't commit to their studio, and that sucks. They had the That one Disney Plus show, the baseball one. You remember?
That
was very good.
I'm watching that right now.
Yeah, I won't spoil it. I never watched it.
That.
I heard it was very good. I heard it was super good. It had a lot of controversies though, because they changed some stuff due to like political whatever. But who cares? I'm just gonna say that. Like right now, like the show is great, and I just want to like champion that it was a great show.
Now. I saw the first 3
Yeah,
episodes.
I'm sorry that they had to compromise on something, but I will say, show's great. I want to give Pixar its win. I don't want to like hold them back because of something Disney did. But I do think Disney has a hard problem lately of not committing to their stuff, and it's with their marketing. They're not marketing Elio well. I've talked to some friends, and they were like, "That movie comes out. That's a thing. What is that? I don't know what that is." And I'm like, to me. I'm like, really? Yeah. I've known about this movie for a couple of years now. Like, I remember they announced it at, like, a D23, and it looked really good. They gave the plot, and I was like, that sounds sick. I'm really excited. And I guess no one else knows, because they aren't dropping trailers. Really You're not seeing them on the TV, on the telly, if you will. You're not seeing them on, like, your Twitter feed or on your TikTok. Like, maybe briefly, but you're not seeing it. Like, you guys aren't pushing it and then getting mad when they're not making money. So, like, what do you want? And I think it comes from Disney not being confident in their product. They're saying like, "Oh, it's not a sequel, it's not a remake, so why would we market it? We're not gonna make any money on this, so we're not gonna promote it. We're gonna let people do the promoting." Sometimes it works, like with Elemental. Elemental came out flopped, but then people were like, "Oh, this movie's really good, we should watch it," and then it made more and more and more money, and now it made a profit. It actually made a good profit too. So. Like, what I'm trying to say here is, Phil, what do you think Disney could do? What do you think Disney's problem is? Like, what is it with Pixar lately that they just don't care about them?
That's a good question, because I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do differently with the Pixar, like, department, because obviously the animation is there, so kids are obviously going to look at it, pretty colors, boom, they'll see it. I think it's just that trying to get more people to go see it. And then also, like, Disney's been in controversy, so, like, for more of those parents who are, like, on the conservative side, they're probably just off of, like, Disney overall. So, like, it's taken a hit.
Totally, yeah.
But I think that also it's just been... I can't really say it's been story, because I'm looking at the stuff right now, like, the last original movies, because the sequels to those original movies, like The Incredibles, Toy Story, Cars, like, they've done well. But, like, for example, Coco, original movie, it did pretty well. Like, pretty well. Made 210 lifetime gross. 210 million lifetime gross. After that, you have Onward, which I believe came out on streaming, but it made 61 million.
Yeah, but it's because it came out right when COVID started.
Yeah.
Like, right. It was, like, right when it happened.
Yeah, but then hear me out. So then you have Luca, $1 million. Then you have Lightyear, 118, technically a sequel, but not.
Yeah, Luca was also Disney Plus. Straight to Disney Plus.
Straight to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
After that, Elemental, you just talked about it. Still made a profit.
How much did it make?
It only made 154 million lifetime gross. After that, you have Soul, straight to streaming.
Yeah.
$946,000. After that, Turning Red, $1 million, straight to streaming. Inside Out 2 helped you out, but then you have Elio come out, 23 million.
Inside Out 2 made like a lot, right? How much did it make?
652 million lifetime gross, but I think it made $1 billion in the box office.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to get at is, I think that people are so hung up on those original stories that they're just like, give me a sequel, give me a sequel, give me a sequel. That's why probably we're getting a Toy Story 5 because of that.
So we're getting a Coco 2.
Coco 2,
like, what the fuck?
Ratatouille 2, which apparently is in early development, rumor-wise. Bear with me. But I think that maybe you just need to work on these original stories a little bit more. Or put more money in the marketing.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, that's such a hard question.
I agree with you.
Like, oh, my bad.
No, I think Disney shot themselves in the foot. I think that's exactly, like, they were trying for a little bit. They were I'm not going to get too political and state my views on certain things. I'm just going to speak very generally about where I think the state of Disney was. Yeah. I think Disney shot themselves in the foot because they tried to make their movies a little bit more politically diverse. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm not going to come out and you're not going to hear me say that this is a good or bad thing. I am not going to take any sort of side on this conversation. And I mean political versus, I don't mean like racially. I mean more like like orientation wise, like sexual orientation wise. And I think that played into a lot of parents not wanting to take their kids to these movies.
Yeah.
And some people will say not valid, some people will say valid. Regardless of what you think about that, I think Disney screwed themselves because they were this wide family market. This was like, Disney movies are for everyone. Yeah. Everyone's going to go watch them because it's Disney. Why wouldn't we go watch them? But then once they started having a political extreme, the people on the other side were like, yeah, heck no, I'm out. I don't want to watch that. Like, that's stupid, right?
Yeah.
And I don't, like, for me, I'm not going to tell you how to raise your kid. Like, for me, I'm just like, I don't really like that. But, again, that's their thing. Like, they don't want that. So, Disney, you're cutting out a market now. You're cutting out a wide group of people that were watching your movies. Now those people are gone. And then you start to pivot back. You're like, you know what? No. We're going to play it more safe. Yep. And now that they're playing it more safe, their movies aren't interesting. They're struggling to be interesting. They maybe look visually pretty. They may have, like, a little bit. I think Inside Out 2 was the best example of them finally doing something, like, different. Because it was tackling, finally, back to, like, the more, like, deeper themes. Yeah. But for a while, they were playing it very safe. And that was bothering another set of the audience. Where we're like, we don't want this. Like, we want movies that are going to make us think. We want kids' movies that are going to make adults happy. You know? And they're not doing that anymore because they got stuck in the middle. They couldn't commit to one side. They were like, this, we tried to commit to be more politically correct. Didn't work. Okay, let's go back. Let's play it more safe and like try and just drop things. It's not working. Except when they do sequels. When they do sequels, it works because, come on.
People love them.
People like sequels. So, unfortunately, I think the thing Disney can do, and you guys aren't going to like this, is drop more sequels. Because it's evident
it's working.
Because it's evident that when they make original stuff, y'all don't go watch it. And it's evident that when they make sequels, people go watch it. So it's like, this is an unpopular opinion, but people will always say they want new things, but they won't go out and see them. And like, people say they want new stuff, but they're not going to go. You know?
You know what's crazy? Now, without looking at what I sent you, give me the top 6 opening weekend box office Pixar films.
Pixar films?
Yeah.
Inside Out 2.
Yep.
Toy Story 3.
Yep.
4.
Yep.
No, not Cars. I'm run through them now. Are they all sequels?
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay. Hold up. This is fun. I'm running.
You have 3 more.
Incredibles 2.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
This is provided by Non-Culture.
Dude, I'm driving people insane right now.
No Con Culture, I believe, on Instagram.
Monsters University.
Yep. Got one more.
Oh, Finding Dory.
Boom.
Killed that. I'm so talented.
Top 6.
Anyway, but yeah, like that's a problem.
That's the top 6 movies.
And look,
theatrical opening weekend.
Let me say this. That makes sense. And not even from like a, look, you guys only want sequels thing. Like, that makes sense just because when people watch something and then it has a legacy, more people are going to go watch the second one. That's just math. That's just usually what happens. But why wouldn't they keep doing that if you guys aren't going out? Like, even when people do go watch them, no one's talking about them positively. Elemental came out and like, that movie is great. That movie made me cry. Yeah. It's so good. Y'all hated. They're like, well, it's not WALL-E. Well, it's not Toy Story. Bro, it's not trying to be Toy Story. It's not supposed to be Why do we have this conception that everything needs to live up to the peak? It shouldn't. It's just not. Yeah. That's just unrealistic. So I would like your Elio review because you said, this is probably not for me. It's fine though. Like it's a 6. Yeah. It's fine. People are talking about Elemental like it's garbage. But if you ask the general person that watched the movie, they would not tell you it's garbage. Yeah. For me, y'all hated Onward. I know you all didn't like Onward. But
I didn't hate it.
That movie made me cry, bro. I loved Onward so much. And a lot of people hated it because it's like Chris Pratt, Tom Holland. Why are they getting big stars? What do you want? What do you want? Soul, I didn't much care for. But I know a lot of people like that movie. I think that's that's one of the rare examples of people that just really like it. But Disney, you screwed yourself because you know what you did? You sent it straight to streaming. Well, it's because it was during COVID. But could have delayed it. Could have waited to release it. That's all I'm saying. If you flip-flop Turning Red and Soul, there's a strong chance Soul would have made a lot of money. I think Soul would have been their like, but Soul will never be looked at in this like high like, what's the word? Like this high. I'm just gonna call it the high table. The high table of Pixar movies because it went straight to streaming.
Yeah.
Because Pixar was like, you know what? Or Disney was like, you know what? We don't like you guys. Straight to streaming. You know? Like you screwed yourself. It's a mix of both. It's a mix of both. People looking at Pixar movies in the most toxic way possible, where everything has to live up to the peak, and Disney struggling to find what audience they're trying to aim at, you know? And when they do aim for that audience, it's not good. It's like regardless of the audience they try to aim at, they do it in a very like generic and super basic way, and that's not what Disney's known for. That's not what Pixar's known. Pixar's known for like breaking boundaries and telling deep stories, and lately
that surprised you.
Yeah, they kind of struggling. Or they're making sequels that do that, but it's not what people want because they want originals. It's confusing. I think what I'm trying to say is I think they're just inconsistent right now. I think they're very inconsistent because they'll hit sometimes, like Elemental and Soul, and I'll just say Coco.
Coco.
Yeah, Coco's incredible.
Yeah.
And then they'll have a lot of misses, like recent misses, like Turning Red. And Lightyear, yeah. Lightyear made so much money and it shouldn't have.
Did it?
Lightyear was not. I mean, you said it. It was at like 110 million. That's more than it should have made.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I was like, I thought it was supposed to make more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it sucked, and also they had a lot of the political conversation around it too, which like pushed a lot of people back.
I know that's the one thing that really turned people off of it. But
the movie did suck though, so maybe those parents did save their money. But yeah, it just that definitely screwed it for sure. And it's just a weird mix of a lot of things. I think you know what I think Pixar should do? I think it should take the DreamWorks route. I like what DreamWorks does, where a lot of the stuff DreamWorks does, it's never like people. It's always like funny characters and like weird like Pixar very much always does like humans, I feel like a lot of the time. Yeah. Even with Elio, like the main character's a person. And I think it's because like this thought process is like, oh, people relate to it more because it's people. But like Puss in Boots, dude, too.
That was incredible.
So good. Think about the way people talk about Shrek. I understand How to Train Your Dragon's people, but like it doesn't count for what I'm saying. But like even like Trolls made a lot of money, right? That's DreamWorks. I'm not wrong on that. Yeah, that's DreamWorks. Yeah. Trolls, like I think Pixar needs to maybe push away from the people aspect, because I think if it stops having its characters be people and do more stuff like Elemental, then it can avoid a lot of the political discussion that gets taken around it. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. That could be wrong. But I think like a lot of people would look at like certain characters being not politically correct. I think certain people would look away from that because it's like a fun, wacky like gorilla. I couldn't think of anything.
They would, because then imagine somebody's like, well, the fire was dating another fire. Okay, it's fire.
Yeah.
That would have been the argument. Then it would have been instantly turned off.
I think for those kinds of parents, for the more conservative parents, I think that plays off better to your kid.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't freaking know. Like, I don't know what you guys want, but I would think it plays off better than if it were two people. Because like you can like you're a person, you know. So I don't know. Am I right? I feel like that would be a cool thing. I feel like they should do that.
I feel like you're onto something, but like, I think what you said about the whole DreamWorks thing, is that what you're mainly asking?
Yeah. Like that? I think they should just take a DreamWorks route and be more wacky instead of telling human story, or like telling human stories with like wacky characters.
Yeah.
Puss in Boots is a cat with boots, and he like has a sword. And his story is talking about enjoying your life, the one life you have, and anxiety and fear of dying. Yeah. That's deep, but that movie is awesome, and it's so good.
That movie was incredible. Like, I actually wasn't going to go see it, and then I'm glad my friends took me to go see that. Like, that movie was unbelievable.
Or even, like, old Pixar.
Wild Robot.
Yes, that's a great example. Wild Robot. Or even, like Toy Story and...
Well, I was talking about DreamWorks.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, even old Pixar now, like, they used to do that. WALL-E has humans, but it's about two robots.
Yeah.
It's the greatest movie ever made, and I'll stand on that.
So maybe instead of a human, I'm just saying this because maybe you guys liked Elio, but what if instead of having it focused on Elio, have it, or make that human a different character's name and make an alien named Elio.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
And then
what
switch
if
it? Maybe what if they made it about Glorden?
Or just what about if it's about an alien planet? You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, instead of having to take place on Earth and having to deal with a lot of the political discussions that happen on Earth, you could just make characters wacky and tell deep stories. I think it works. I think it plays off better for most parents when they see a cat running around with boots than a person, because it could be like a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, but then that would be cool too, because then Glorden would have been learning from Elio, from Elio, and
I love that you're piecing together this movie.
No, because
I haven't seen it, so I'm just like,
because the perspective would have been nice to switch it that way. That would have made it a little bit better, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And then if you added the side character personality,
but yeah,
anyways,
that's all I have to say on it. Like, I stand on that. I think maybe Pixar just needs to take a different approach. Mm-hmm. I think Disney needs to do a better job with marketing them, and I think y'all need to stop lying. I think if you don't want to watch original things, then stop saying you want original things.
Yep.
Because you're like, I want original stuff. Why is there no point? Like, bro, you're not going to watch the movie. So, like, what do you want? Like, it's like you want them to be original, but you also want them to be the greatest thing ever. And if they're not the greatest thing ever, then you're not going to go watch. Then what the frick do you want, bro? What do you want? What do you want?
We don't know, man. They want sequels.
It'll never happen. But when Pixar shuts down and people are like, dang you, Disney, for ruining this. Let's just say it's not just Disney's fault. It's also you guys' fault because you guys aren't going. You know? It's a mix of both. I think it's mainly Disney, but let's not act like the blame isn't on you guys too. And me, because I didn't go watch it either because I fell asleep. And me, it's my fault too. But yeah, that's all I have to say on it. Do you have anything else?
Nah, all good. Just go watch it. Like, please, if you want some more stuff original, then put some money into it.
100%.
You guys got to put some money into it if you want some new stuff.
100%.
All right.
Next up, let's talk about DreamWorks again for my How to Train Your Dragon review. I'm going to keep it quick because I don't have a lot to say on it. But I really liked it. And it was really good. It was like I watched the movie for the first time because I don't remember it at all. So a lot of the stuff that was happening, I was like, what? No way. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go full spoilers here.
Okay.
I forgot Toothless lost his leg. Or not Toothless, sorry. Hiccup. I mixed them up. I forgot Hiccup lost his leg. So when that happened, I was like, in a kid's movie? But the movie was great. Visually, it was insane.
Oh, yeah.
Cinematography was on point. Mm-hmm. The shot of Toothless hugging Hiccup and the dad being there, and then all the other Vikings with the fog, ripped. I was like, oh my gosh. So sick. Cinematography was great. Visuals, CGI were great. There was never a bad CGI thing. That's what I noticed.
Telling you,
man.
It
was great, dude. It looked so freaking good. What are we doing, Marvel? Job, Marvel, what are we doing, bro? We're overpaying our actors. That's what we're doing. Sorry.
Secret invasion.
Maybe hot take here. Let's pay our VFX artists more. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, visually it was great. Story was awesome. I really liked it. One gripe.
What's up?
Just a cringe. It was just a little cringy, but it was so funny. It was just cringy though. But me and my little brother laughed really hard when Astrid goes up to Hiccup and she's like, "That's for lying to me, or that's for scaring me." And she kisses him and she's like, "And that's for everything else." I laughed so hard. I was like, no, you fell for it. Is that in the movie?
Yeah, in the end.
That's so bad, dude. That's so bad. They should have taken it out.
Well, I mean,
they could have had them kiss. I just thought it was cringy. I was like, no.
You're talking about the first time that happened.
No, the second time. The ending. When it happened. It was cringy. It's cringy, Phil.
I like it.
It's so cringy, bro.
I think it's like she's still her, but then at the same time she's changing.
No, it's cringy. It's cringy. You could have done that better. Anyways. All the actors killed it. Oh my gosh, I never have the IMDb page out when I'm talking about the thing.
Mason Thames or something?
Yes, Mason Thames. He's so good.
Oh yeah.
He killed it. Who's the girl that plays Astrid? I like her a lot.
She was in The Last of Us.
Yeah,
too.
I know. What's her name?
Nico Parker.
Nico Parker killed it. Everyone else, the little kids, all the other kids were so funny. The kid from Deadpool 2, I love him.
Julian Dennison.
He needs to be in more things. He's so funny.
I love him.
He is so funny. That guy's +4 fire. Oh my gosh. It was so funny. And then, Fish Legs is him.
Yeah.
Snotmouth?
Yeah.
Snotmouth.
I know what you're talking about.
That's his name?
Yeah.
Okay, Snotmouth, he's my favorite. That's the kind of characters I like.
That's the one change I really did like in that
Oh,
movie.
how is he different? I don't remember.
His dad he wants to be appreciated by his dad or just get attention. Mm-hmm. And through the whole movie, his dad would never like. He was like, "Hold my stuff. You're an embarrassment." Like, comes off the ship. He's like, "Hey, Dad, you missed it." He's like, "Here," and then he just walks off.
Yeah.
And then finally, when it shows him hitting the huge, I almost called it dinosaur, my bad.
Snotlout.
Huge dragon hitting him in the eye. And instead of getting Astrid's attention, he's getting his dad's attention without even knowing it. His dad sees him up there, and he's like,
That's
proud
cool.
for the first time.
Is sick. I like
that.
That's a cool touch. That is nice.
I was like, that was really cool that you didn't just make it, oh, I'm fighting for this girl. Like, you made it more like, oh, like, I just want my dad to appreciate me.
Yeah.
Like, I want him to be
that gives him more depth.
Exactly. Yeah.
Instead of just having him be like almost like an antagonist to Hiccup.
I'm trying to remember
an opposite, not an antagonist. Sorry.
Movie that.
But Snotlout, really fast.
Yeah.
I loved him a lot though. He was very funny. All of his when Hiccup does a thing is when he's like fighting the dragon, or whatever, and he's like, "Look, man, I know how to do it. I just want to know how you found out how to do it." I laughed so hard. I love dudes like that.
That was so funny.
I think egotistical characters are like my favorite kinds of characters in anything. Like, I don't know why. I always just find them funny. Like how is someone actually like this? But there's real people that are actually like that. I love him. He's so funny. And I don't really know how his character changes throughout the movies. I don't know if he goes through a whole lot of growth or anything. But I'm excited to watch that happen. So yeah, did I give a number score?
Nah.
Can I pull up my Letterboxd because I had it high. Am I signed in? Please. Oh my gosh, I'm signed in. Let me go on my phone.
What would you give it?
I'm trying to remember. Because I was like between a 7 or 8.
Uh-huh.
I think I gave it 4 out of 5 stars.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it's number 5 on my list.
Dang.
Yeah, 4 stars. I'm gonna say it's an 8. I really liked it a lot. It was very good, very strong, whatever. I'm not like obsessed. I'm not like a How to Train Your Dragon guy now.
Yeah.
But I really liked it, and I'll definitely go watch the other one. My little brother really liked it too. So quick little brother review. He thought it was great. He didn't think it was the best movie he's ever seen. Every time we walk on a movie, he's like, "That's the best movie I've ever seen. That's the best movie I've ever seen." This one he didn't say that with. So take that with take that. That means it sucked probably. But he said it was great, and he's really excited. He's like, "I said there's 2 more, right?" And I go, "Yeah." And he's like, he didn't even ask to watch the other 2. He was like, "Oh, and I'm excited to watch the next one they do." So it's like, cool. We'll go watch part 2, which takes me into my next thing. You wanted to ask me now. Flip it. Do I think they should change stuff?
Yeah.
For me, I don't know. I don't remember the other 2 at all. I've never seen the third one. I also don't remember the second one. I asked my mom. I was like, "Hey, Mom, do you remember taking us to watch these movies? Because I feel like I've seen them." And she was like, "I said, I don't know what that is." And I was like, "Then maybe I never watched them."
You might have.
But I'm also fairly certain I watched one of them. Did they ever do like a series for it?
Yeah, they did a TV show.
Maybe I watched
like
that.
2 or 3 of them.
Maybe that's what I watched.
Like Riders of Berk or something?
That's probably what I watched then. That would make more sense. Because we didn't go to the movies a whole lot when I was a kid. But
I think Riders of Berk is happening before the second one too. Like, it was coming out during it, but like where the characters were, that was before the second one.
Okay, but yeah. So do I want them to change stuff? I don't know. If it's good, I trust the dude, the director. He wrote the movie, or he directed the other 2, or the 3. If he's doing these 2, I feel like he'd be very like intentional and honest with what he's changing. And it's probably gonna be positive because it's like you're just improving off your work. You know, it's not like someone else is coming in and changing it. This is what you want to do. So I feel like if he is gonna change stuff, it's not gonna be super drastic. But I think it will add things that add more layers. Like what they did with Snotlout, which you literally just told me, which I didn't know.
That was so cool, man, when that came up. I was like, okay, I like this. I was just trying to figure out how they're going to tie it in.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm good with it. I don't really have a preference, but, yeah, I'm excited. I liked it a lot. I'm excited for part 2. Part 2 comes out next year, right? Or 2 years?
Probably 2 years.
2 years? Because I know they're filming it.
Oh, never mind. It comes out next year.
How to Train Your Dragon Part 2.
While you're looking for that, though, there was a movie that, what's his name? Julian Dennison was in that I thought was incredible and probably my favorite movie he's acted in. It's called The Hunt for the Wilder People. It's, I believe it's directed by Taika Waititi, and also he's the writer for it. But he does an amazing job in that movie, and seeing him, like, I kind of got that vibe of him from that movie in this movie with How to Train Your Dragon, but I would highly recommend you guys watch The Hunt for the Wilder People. I really like that movie.
It's
really
2 years. 2 years from now.
Oh,
June 11th, they said.
No problem.
But I saw it on a Reddit post, so Reddit could be lying. Anyways, Phil, let's talk about a long-standing movie franchise, James Bond. There's been a lot of discussion, and it's kind of funny. For me, I'm going to be honest, I've never seen a James Bond movie. There's like 12 of them, something like that.
There's way more than that.
Is there 27?
There's way more because they've had like so many actors, like the Sean Connery era, the Pierce Brosnan, Daniel Craig. Like there's probably 50. I think it's 50.
Oh my gosh, they trace back to the 60s?
Yeah, this is like James Bond is. That's why Hollywood loves James Bond.
I thought there was like 12.
Huh?
I thought there was just like 12.
No, there's a lot, man. Like James Bond is like one of the most coveted roles like in Hollywood. Like that's why it's a big deal right now. And that's why like, well, you want me to get into it? Like the whole directors, villains thing.
I was just gonna open it up really fast and say like it's really crazy to see like the conversation around James Bond. Like it's fun to see how everyone's sort of trying to grab it. Like, oh, I want to do it. 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 Because it's just like it's a franchise that people get to have fun with. Like, it's not like this, like, serious, or I know it's serious, but, like, it's not this, like, serious, like, we have to preserve this brand. It's, like, this big, it's, like, no, this is just, like, people just want to do it because they have an idea and they think it's fun. Like, it's, like, I imagine it's a director's dream to work on a James Bond movie. It's an actor's dream to play James Bond.
Oh, yeah.
Be a villain. Things like that. It's not like a MCU, where they have to preserve a timeline. That's what I was trying to say. Or Star Wars, they have to, like, preserve a timeline. For these people, it's just, like, fun James Bond movie, like, you know, like, let's just have fun. And I like that. Like, I feel like that's really fun to see, like, all these different directors try to grab it because it shows that there's, like, genuine love for this franchise.
Oh, yeah.
So, you can open it up because you have more to say.
No problem. But, yeah, like, it was so big that even Christopher Nolan was trying to get,
That'd
be the director for it. Because
I remember that conversation,
it's just that big to people, bro. But, either way, there's been news on developing actors or producers, villains, and directors. Like, people wanting to be a part of this next movie, or even, I don't know how many movies are going to go into this, but the next, like, saga of James Bond. So one of the biggest things is there's only one actor who is on the actual set list selection, and his name is Aaron Pierre. That's Mufasa.
I think he's going to get it. What did you say, my brother? He's not a stray. He's my brother.
But, like, that is so cool that he is the, like, only actor right now who is actually on the set list.
I think he's going to get it.
He might.
Sure. I think he for sure is. I think that's like
James Bond. I'm going to be for real.
Look, that'd be a big deal. That'd be a big deal.
But, like, I don't know. Like, I was going to bring this up to you because I was going to ask these other, like, speculated fan castings. Like, what do you think about all these guys? Like, you want me to name them off real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Henry Cavill, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Tom Hardy, I don't know how to say his name. I know it's French, I think. I don't know how to say that, but
Rahe Page.
Rahe Page. I'm going to say that. Lashana Lynch. I'm messing up on these names. Richard Madden, who I like. Dev Patel, your guy from Lucky Man.
Yeah, I like that.
And Harris Dickinson. What do you think about those names? Like, who would you
These are the two standouts for me.
Yeah.
Aaron Taylor Johnson and Dev Patel.
Yeah.
Dev Patel would kill. He'd be such a good James Bond. I like him a lot. I liked Monkey Man a lot. And I think he would be a really cool... I think he'd be a cool Bond. I think Aaron Taylor Johnson just has, like, the... Aaron Taylor Johnson's so funny. He's such a good actor because he has a lot of range. And I think he could... Dev Patel, I haven't seen him in a lot of stuff. So I don't know if he can play a comedy role. Or not I don't know if he can be witty and like fun, but I know Aaron Taylor Johnson can because of Bullet Train. Bullet Train, he freaking killed.
Yep.
He was so just like off the cuff, like just saying stuff, but also had like a certain swagger to him that was like cool. I don't know. Henry Cavill would be cool. Just like I'm like fine with it. Like I think he'd be like, oh, Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill to me is the boring pick. It's like, oh yeah. Okay, yeah, obviously it'd be Henry Cavill. But, like, I like Aaron Pierre. I think that'd be cool.
Aaron Pierre's my top
I haven't seen him in a whole lot of stuff. I don't think I've seen him in anything.
You didn't watch him in Rebel Ridge.
Yeah, you told me to watch Rebel Ridge, and I didn't watch it.
He's tough in Rebel Ridge, but he has that smooth demeanor, so I think he would be a good 007.
I think he'd kill.
Like, but, my bad. Aaron Pierre's my selection.
I'm gonna say Aaron Taylor Johnson or
Okay.
Dev Patel. I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna say Dev Patel. I think that's what I'd want. Aaron Pierre, I'm perfectly cool with though, and I wouldn't be mad at all.
I need Aaron Pierre to be 007.
For directors, can I read them off?
Go.
Dennis Villanueva, Jonathan Nolan, Paul King, Edward Berger. Okay, I didn't. Edgar Wright. Let me say this: Edgar Wright would be a weird pick. That'd be a very weird pick. Do we think James Bond should have that? That like very weird, fast, really wacky style. I don't know. Edgar Wright is such an interesting director because he's a great director, and I think he has a lot of variety and he can like do a whole lot. But then I think of Scott Pilgrim, and then I think of like Shaun of the Dead, where like those movies are really weird, and I would like to see him take James Bond. I don't think it would be like. I think it'd be more like a Baby Driver. I think if he's doing James Bond, it'd be a little. It would
1000 be a Baby Driver.
It'd be a lot more
or
of a Baby
Last
Driver.
Night in Soho.
Yeah, like more serious, not. But I like him a lot, and I'd be cool with Edgar Wright. I think Dennis Villanueva would be cool. I just think I love him so much. I think that's the boring pick. I think that's the boring pick here. I'm gonna say Edgar Wright. That's who I'd want. I think that'd be sick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me, I would actually want Edward Berger.
Edward Berger.
Because I like what he did with Conclave, like the way he shot it, and also the way the act. Like Ray Fiennes, incredible. So him trying to direct one of these, especially Aaron Pierre, trying to make him look cool, I think he could do that. And then the way he shot All Quiet on the Western Front, I think you gotta go with Edward Berger. But if it's not Edward Berger, I am actually curious to see Denis Villeneuve do it.
He would kill. Look, I'm not saying he would. I think he would do a fantastic job. I just like trying to be different here.
I just like Prisoners and Sicario. Oh man, those movies are so good.
I've never seen Sicario.
It's really.
I've never
good,
seen
bro.
it. Prisoners. Yeah.
That scene where they're trying to get like back across the border and like how that plays out and like how like suspenseful it is, even getting set up and trying to spot all like the targets. I want to see something like that in the James Bond movie. And like doing that with Aaron Pierre, his Rebel Ridge but British, I think he would kill. Yeah. I think he would kill, especially he would kill it with cinematography. He would kill it. And this is the dude who made Dune. So
yeah.
I don't know, like you combine that, like you get Aaron Pierre as your main actor and you have Denis Villeneuve who did Dune 1 and 2, Prisoners.
Am I saying his name wrong?
I think the tone and the cinematography.
How do you say his last name?
I think it's Denis Villeneuve.
That makes sense. He is French.
I think so.
I would say Villanueva.
That's what everybody says, but I don't know. I'm trying to be correct.
I think you're right. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's valid. I just like. I'm trying to be different here. I'm trying to say Edgar Wright. I love Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Yes.
I love that movie so much.
Is unbelievable. I feel like we mention that movie every episode.
Yeah, dude, I love that movie. It's just a great movie. You have villains and producers listed here. Do you want me to read them off just really fast?
Yeah.
Okay. Producers, David Heyman, Amy Pascal. I don't really have a preference there. I don't really care. Personally,
well, I mean,
just like
both of them are going to be a part of it.
Okay.
They're both going to be a part of it.
And then villains.
This is what I really want to talk
Pedro
about.
Pascal. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it Cillian Murphy or do we say Cillian Murphy?
Cillian Murphy.
Okay, I've heard people say Cillian Murphy, and I'm like, that does not sound right at all.
It's so hard, man. Like, I think it's Cillian Murphy.
It's Cillian Murphy. Okay, Cillian Murphy. I want him. I want Cillian Murphy.
Bro.
I like Pedro Pascal. I love you to death. Take a break. Take a break. Go to sleep.
This is the hardest decision to me, bro.
Really?
This is hard for me because I would love Cillian Murphy to be a James Bond villain. But Pedro Pascal being like going from everybody's sweetheart and like Mr. Fantastic to I'm going to kill you 007. I would kind of feel that. I feel like this, you could also sell it because you could be like, this could be redemption from Wonder Woman 1984. He could be like, yeah, I think my villain was pretty cool, but I can do better. And imagine it's in a James Bond movie. Trying to kill Aaron Pierre.
Lord. I need the stone. Where is it?
Man, here we go. But that's what I mean. Like, imagine redemption that way. But Cillian Murphy would kill it.
Can I be honest? I actually like him in Wonder Woman 1984.
I was alright with it.
He's not great. I don't know.
We're going forward.
He was. I know he's so good. He's just so infectious. I don't know. Look, the thing. This side tangent really fast. Wonder Woman 1984 is an awful movie. Everyone sucks in that movie except him. He is the only good part about that movie. He's fun, like he's just so funny. I feel like he's not supposed to be taken as a very serious villain. So he just has this like this charisma, this energy to him that I love so much. I think he kills it. I think he's so good in that movie. Not his best. Not an Oscar-worthy performance. Not wow, this is peak. Sorry, my voice cracked. This is not peak Pedro Pascal. But if I watched Wonder Woman 1984 again, I would just watch it for him. Because he's so good.
I'm never watching that movie again.
Neither would I.
Never. I hate. That's the worst. In my opinion, that's the worst superhero movie of all time. 1,000%. In my opinion.
That movie has the funny factor to me that like bumps it up.
I hate
it.
I'd rather watch Fantastic.
No, that movie's boring.
I don't care. I hate Wonder Woman 1984.
I'll take like stupid funny over boring any day of the week. It's like Spider-Man 3, but like far, far, far worse. Because Spider-Man 3 has redeeming qualities.
I like Spider-Man 3 though. Not like the best, but I like it.
Yeah.
Like I'll choose Spider-Man 3 over a lot of superhero movies.
That's fair.
Yeah, but Cillian Murphy as a villain who is also Irish. Like if Cillian Murphy were to do it, make him be fully himself.
Yeah, 100%.
Make him be fully himself, but make him a rich, like crazy lunatic a-hole. Make us hate him.
Yeah.
Make us hate him. Like, if it's Aaron Pierre versus Cillian Murphy, I want to root for Aaron Pierre so hard that I want to see Cillian Murphy die, like, gruesomely. Yeah. Gruesomely. Like, his villain, if he were to be the selection, his villain needs to be nasty. His villain needs to be the scum of the earth. Yeah. Like, not just silly, but, like, scum of the earth.
Yeah, I would want him. That's who I'd want. But you have anything else you want to say?
Nah, I just can't wait for this James Bond movie. I can't wait to see what they do, and I just hope that, like, the care they're putting into it, and the fact that we only have one actor, like, for sure, who was like on the set list. I'm hyped for this movie.
At what point does James Bond tap into the multiverse, and then Daniel Craig and everyone else is there, and they're all like, you know what? I guess we're gonna have to 007 this together, and then that laser watch. That's what I'm saying. I think that'd be the best thing ever. Anyways, okay, so
laser watch.
Maybe that'll happen in the future.
No.
28 years in the future. Phil, let's move on to our 28 years later review really fast. Thank you. Bear with me here. I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes to this review, I'm gonna be all over the place. Okay. I don't have a lot of thoughts like fully constructed. This is gonna be a hard review for you to listen to and for me to get through because I'm gonna be stumbling. Okay. So because I've tried to talk about this movie and I can't figure out how. Yeah. I don't know how.
It's that difficult.
Let's go spoiler-free reviews. Spoiler-free review
at
first.
The start.
Yes. I'm giving this movie an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
I thought it was fantastic. Weird, but fantastic. Here's my 28 year stuff. I've never seen any of the other two. Oh. I really want to watch the other two now. You didn't really need to watch them to understand this. I kind of got it. Like I understood what was happening. Yeah. I understand what the virus is. Like I was chilling. Like I didn't feel like I was missing anything. I was just like, oh, I get it. Visually, this movie's great.
It was
the fact that this movie was shot on an iPhone 16 or iPhone something, one of the iPhones.
It's not that it is shot on an iPhone for sure. They took the camera lenses of those
and
iPhones,
they built rigs out of them.
Yeah. So technically yes, but
iPhone camera.
Yeah.
Crazy. I will say, minor gripe. I didn't love the action scenes. I didn't like the whole like shooting design and then like the weird like.
Oh, I loved it.
Kill. Can I be honest? I think that's like a style for a lot of people that a lot of people like. It felt very old and like very unique. I just didn't like it. Yeah. Like I was just like, this feels weird to me. Like it sort of took me out of the intensity a lot of the time because I just sort of seemed a little wacky. Like it seemed off. But anyways, that's it. I love the characters. Spike. I love Spike, dude. That kid, I have his actor's name because he has a bright future. I lost it.
Wait a minute.
Alfie Williams, you killed it. What?
Wait a minute. Is this the kid?
From, all right, if you're saying he's the kid from that one show on Netflix. Is he the kid
from Adolescence?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
I got lit for a
He
second.
looks like him, But he doesn't have anything. So.
My bad. I thought it was him.
He does look like him. I don't blame you because I had that thought while I was watching the movie. But
Spike on this.
Alfie Williams, can I be honest? He outshines everyone. Like, this kid outacts Aaron Taylor Johnson. He's not really in it, but he outacts his mom. Even though his mom, who's his mom's actress? She freaking killed it too. Yeah, the performances here were so good.
Jodie Comer, I believe.
She killed it. She was so good in this movie.
She's really good.
Aaron Taylor Johnson did a great job too. I loved the relationships. I loved all the dynamics. I loved. I don't want to spoil it too much. I was about to spoil it. Like, I was actually so close to it because I'm gonna say something later. But I loved all the characters. They were all very well done. The reveals were great. This movie was paced fantastically. It was weird. It like did a thing that I was like, what the heck? I don't get it. It was great. And I love the world so much too. I like a lot of the zombie stuff. Zombies.
Yep.
They were all really cool and very unique and different. And this movie, I will say, isn't your average zombie movie. It's very different. And it's doing things that are different. And we'll get into that in a second. But overall, I really enjoyed it. And I walked out with, I actually watched it with my brother's girlfriend. And she was like, this was really weird. I don't think she liked it that much. But she was like, this is really weird. I was like, yeah, it was weird, but I really liked it. Like, I was just really into it the whole time. But I want to get more into spoilers, but I want you to say, Phil, what did you think?
Yeah, real quick too. Like, that was how I felt, so that's why I gave my review my score was a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
It was a 7 out of 10, but I still really liked the way it looked, what it was trying to do, because as I understand, this is like the start of a new trilogy.
They're making another one. Another one comes out in
January. And I didn't know that. I was upset for a second because I was like, wait, so now I got to wait a whole 2-3 years whenever you're going to make it again?
You know, I didn't know they were making another one. So this movie ended, and I was like...
Oh, wait, no, I did know.
I was like, oh, like, honestly, I'm cool with me never getting another one. But then they announced the second one. I was like, oh, I need more of Spike.
Yep, but... Like, you named all those actors, but the person who stole the show for me, like the whole movie, was Ray Fiennes.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Him coming in.
He did do a good job. His was really good, yeah.
I loved his character, bro, but I really, like, everything you said was exactly how I felt. Like, I loved the way it was shot. I loved the lighting of certain situations. I just loved the lighting overall. I loved how everything looked. Like, it looked colorful, but at the same time dull. And I don't know how. Like, everybody's like, how does that make sense? It just makes sense to me, bro. It was colorful and dull at the same time.
I think I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's colorful by, like, the actual lighting, but dull because everything's so barren.
Exactly.
Like, everything's gone. Like, there's nothing there.
But it's just so weird because, like, I saw the first two movies, 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later, and I was okay with it. I like Days more than Weeks. Weeks was kind of there. Weeks was kind of there, but it introduced a new concept of how all this stuff works that plays into, I guess, a little bit of years later. But I really do like this world, and I like how this is a different type of zombie thing. Because the cool thing to me is you can't even be around these zombies because they spit blood, and if the blood gets on you or even around
anything,
you, it can turn you into that rage virus or something. And I thought that was cool. I was like, oh, these things are dangerous, and they run. They run. They aren't just like, they sprint. That is the scariest thing ever. Because it's not like they're dead. They're just, they're people with more rage in them.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But 28 years later was super good, man.
Very good.
It was super good.
You want to get into spoilers?
Yep.
Spoilers? Okay. Off the jump, I love that this movie... like changes what it is.
Yep.
Like midway through the movie, where at first it's just like Spike in Aaron Taylor Johnson's character, like going out and like getting his first kill, whatever. And then after it becomes a what kind of story do you call it? Like a Logan or a Last of Us, where you're escorting, like an escort mission. Yeah. It becomes an escort mission, but they flip it on its head, which I love because usually it's adult kid. Yep. Adult escorts kid. Kid escorts adult. For whatever reason, not that I know of, has ever been done before. And it's great.
Oh, yeah.
And
it really good.
Adds so much. I think it adds a lot of tension because, Spike isn't the most capable kid. Like, he's still learning and he's struggling a lot. But it has that, like, emotional weight to the fact that it's his mom, and he's desperately trying to figure out what's wrong with her. Can I be honest? I sort of figured what was wrong with her. At first, I thought she was a zombie.
Yeah.
And then, like, this might sound sad, but with a lot of, like, brain problems in my family that I've experienced, a lot of things that were happening to her, I was just aware of. So I was like, oh, like, she probably either has some form of, like, dementia or Alzheimer's, or she has cancer.
Yeah.
Like, for sure. And spoilers, obviously, I said that already. That's what she has.
Yeah.
And that final scene hit, dude. I almost cried.
That was crazy.
It was
scene.
so well done.
Yeah.
Because from him escorting his mom and him, like, laying with her and hanging out, and then them, like, him, like, taking her and killing zombies, whatever, and, like, him, like, getting better as you watch, like, he's doing a better job of, like, protecting his mom. When you get to the end and he finds out, and you're, like, really waiting for it to be, like, this big thing that they're gonna be able to cure, or maybe not cure, but that's, like, scary, and she's gonna become a zombie or something. And it ends up being the most, like, human thing that, like, gets most of us, cancer. And, like, that's what gets her.
Yeah.
It felt very anticlimactic, but in, like, the best way possible. Yeah. Where, of course, a kid would want to go and do anything he can to save his mom. And end up being the one thing he literally can't do anything. Yeah. He literally can't do anything.
That sucked.
But can I just say this? Everyone knew. Why did no one tell him? Why did no one tell this poor kid that his mom just had cancer? Like, that would have made everything so much easier. But it's fine. Aaron Taylor Johnson, you're an awful dad. But yeah, I love that so much. And what's the actor's name? Ralph Fiennes? Ray Fiennes. I loved his little, like, monologue where he's talking about the skull tower and how it's a mix of, like, the infected and people because we're all the same. Yeah. So good. So powerful. And then when he puts his mom at the top and it's the shot of the sunset and, like, so good, dude. It's so good. Like, I was just like, I'm like, wow. This movie is so incredible. I love it. It's currently number 3 on my list out of 12 on my movie of the year list. Oh, okay. It's number 3. I'm obsessed.
What's your number 1?
Sinners.
Thank God. Okay.
Not even a question.
We're good.
It's Sinners, Thunderbolts, this movie 20 years later. Yeah. I loved it so much. I think this movie's incredible. Phil, I want to hear what you think. Give me your spoilers now. Tell me about
okay.
Sorry, I kind of stole it.
Well, first off, the opening where they had that Power Rangers Operation Overdrive Red Ranger that showed up.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, Power Rangers. We need a live action movie. We need a better one.
Spike. You don't like the live action movie?
I like that one, but I want another one.
Rare movies that deserved a sequel. I think
that deserved the sequel.
It did.
It's a 7 out of 10 for me though. But
side tangent.
It deserved it. But what's it called? My bad. I'm sorry. I love Power Rangers.
I do too.
Like, I did not expect. It changed main characters 3 times. It did it 3 times. So the first one, Aaron Taylor Johnson. We're thinking, oh, it's going to be about him. Then you find out he's kind of crappy and you kind of don't like him. So it switches to the kid, Spike. And then you're going with his mom and you're experiencing all the stuff. And Eric comes in, yada, yada, yada. The funny moments, that was funny.
I can't talk about that. I want to talk about that in a second.
That was so funny. But then you get to the final scene and instantly I knew what this movie was. You get to Jimmy. And you remember Jimmy, right?
It comes back to him. He's from the beginning of the movie. Yeah.
He was the kid at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Who... Like I think that's what made me like the movie because at first I was kind of like I don't know if I like it, but then my friend and I were talking through it and I was like, wait, that is actually really cool. So then like it's switching characters and showing you different perspectives, but now the next movie is going to be about Jimmy and then it's going to carry on to another person.
And Spike.
I think that's what it's going to be, but I love how it did that because at first I was like, who the hell is this? What the? Why are they weird? Why is everybody weird? Why are they enjoying this? This isn't supposed to be a good moment. Like this kid just lost his mom. What the? But then when I realized that's Jimmy, when he says, "Hi, I'm Jimmy," and you realize throughout the movie, like he's been there this whole time. He's just been, I don't know where he's been. They'll show us in the second movie, but I just like how you know it's going to be about him because he was the kid at the beginning who runs away from these zombies, goes inside the church, trying to talk to his dad to like leave with him, but his dad's crazy. And then you have him hiding in this little altar or something, talking about, Father, why hast thou forsaken me? And then you see him again at the end of the movie, and his cross is upside down.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh,
Demon Cole.
He probably doesn't believe in it anymore.
No, I thought it was like he's moved to the devil, bro. That's usually what that means. That's what that means.
I know that's what it means.
They did the. It was a really cool shot actually. They do it with his dad too. When he runs in and the cross is upside down. I don't know if you noticed that. I noticed that immediately and I was like, it's pretty sick.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking like, what if now we're gonna learn about him and what the world has become for him now? And they might give us a backstory and everything. I don't know how that. It's called the Bone Temple.
Something like that.
Yeah, the Bone Temple, the sequel for the 28 years later. But like, I just like how it changed perspectives over and over again.
I do hope
you had different people getting introduced, and you're like learning what the world is to them now.
I hope with the second one though they don't move away from Spike.
They won't.
Spike. I like him. I like him a lot.
And I think he's going to be our tour guide for the other two movies.
I think so too. But I also hope that it doesn't shift focus away from him. Like I kind of want him to deal with more and go through more. And I just thought he was great. I loved him. Really fast. We have 9 minutes. Okay. But I still have a few more things to say.
Go for it.
Or I have one more thing to say actually. I like some of the world hintage at it. Like I like what do you call it? Like I'm just going to say situational not shown to you or not told to you but shown to you kind of storytelling. I don't know what you call it. I can't think of the word. But like the island, definitely a cult. Very obviously a cult, right? Cult. I love that. That like that's not like a thing yet. Like that'll probably happen later where there's something that's going to happen. But like them with like their paintings that say like this is like a heaven and then like their masks being all weird and creepy.
Like setup or something?
Yeah, you remember the set? Oh, yeah. I guess like setup, but like.
Yeah. When I saw the mask and how they were dancing around and stuff, I knew like, instantly. Like,
cool.
Spike, you got to get out of there.
Yeah, Spike, get out of there. I like that a lot. I love the touch. Okay, I like it and I didn't like it. I like the zombie getting pregnant, and that was nasty, by the way. And it having like a normal baby.
Yeah.
But I didn't like that Spike. I didn't like that he gets rid of the kid, because. Now, I don't know if we're going to see more of that. I want to know. Look, I think that's what, like, wait till the second one. We'll see what happens. I want to know what's going to happen with that. Because that's different. That's weird. That shouldn't be happening. And then I love, like, the alpha. Like, I like that.
That was crazy.
You know the shot of the alpha when he's, like, standing there on, like, the hill and he's just watching?
That was scary.
Dude, and then he starts running, bro. I love that scene so much when he's running. So good. I want to understand how this might be like the other one thing. How do they like control animals like that? Like why do all the animals herd? Like they're like when all the deers show up and that's how it tells you like there's zombies coming, or like the crows with the alpha.
You gotta watch 28 Days and Weeks Later because they kind of dive into that.
That would make sense then. I was like, that's really sick detail. Now I want to just really fast talk about Eric with our last like 5 minutes. I thought that was a really cool touch because I didn't know that the other like there's other countries that are fine.
Yep.
Like there's like nothing. Like he was like, I could have been a delivery driver.
Yeah.
And he's like, huh? And he's like, you don't know what that is. Like they drive a car. You still don't know what that is. And he's like, I thought it was so funny. And then he's showing the picture of his girlfriend, and he's like, why does she look like that? And he's like, they're like, what? She's beautiful. He's like, no. There's someone on my island. Whenever they eat shellfish, they get like all their lips puffed. He's like, all right, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. That was so weird to me. Bro. It was very disorienting. It was very random. I was like, what the heck? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you have a phone? Like, I thought everyone was dead. But yeah, it is setting up. I think this is going to end with Spike. Spike's going to get out, hopefully. God willing. I hope Spike's. But justice for Spike. But yeah, I love the movie so much, dude. It was great.
If you do watch the earlier ones, just be careful of Weeks Later, because now I'm hearing that apparently they might uncanonize that one.
Oh, because it's not good?
Well, because the director and the writer, I believe, for 28 Years Later were the same ones who did Days Later. They didn't do Weeks Later. That's why I think old, people love this one.
How director?
I think the first one came out in 2002 or 2003, and then after that, this 28 Weeks Later came out in 2007 or 8.
Danny Boyle, and then 28.
Yeah, they did Danny Boyle, and then I think it's Alex Garland.
Yeah, it is.
Garland. Yeah, they did the first one, 28 Days Later, with Cillian Murphy, and then they did this one, 28 Years Later. Mm-hmm. But that's to get us back into the world, I believe. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I like this movie. Like, that's what made me like it more. Like, this seemed like it was more to help us understand what's going on because it's like an appetizer for the meal that we're gonna get with these other two movies.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
But yeah, anything more you want to say on it?
No, I'm good.
Fantastic
man.
movie.
Just
go watch it.
Just go watch it. Try to go watch 28 Years Later and Elio if you can. If you want stuff original, boom, right here. And also we're gonna be watching F1 along with Megan 2.0 this week. So if you guys can, please go watch it. Please support these movies in theaters, especially F1. Because that's a super huge new original film coming out. And
we'll hit you with The Bear next week as well.
Yes,
we'll have a big review week next week. I won't be watching Megan, by the way.
No problem. I'll watch
I have literally no desire. I see the trailer and I'm like, this looks so lame.
Yeah.
Like what is this? And then I think it's not gonna be the lightning in the bottle the first one was. I just don't think it's gonna hit the same. I think everyone's gonna be like, yeah, that was just stupid. Mm-hmm. But I'm really excited for F1. I'll make sure to go watch it, and then I'm gonna watch The Bear in 4 hours. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching the Film Podcast. We talk about entertainment in the way that anyone can enjoy. Like, subscribe, follow, hit that bell on all the things: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everything else. Go eat your breakfast. Have a great rest of your day. Wait, what happened? What'd I miss? Do we have an intro music or what's going on? I'm actually really confused. What did I miss? I was trying to delete something off my computer and then it I zoned out. Say something. All right, guys. This is the podcast.
I'm just playing. I was told to do that for 20 seconds just for a second to get the clip. Anyways.